Your Jacksonville Jaguars are Super Bowl champions, taking down the Cowboys and winning their first Super Bowl in team history. One for Duval, but we still got a lot of work to go. And that started in the offseason. And when it came to setting up this roster, we had two positions of need on the offensive side. Starting at running back, Travis Etienne Jr. He's been phenomenal, but he is now 28 years old. We were pretty lucky after the season came to an end that we did not see much regression from him, but we wanted to focus on still seeing some progression at this point. So in the offseason, he did get some work in. But even then, we still made sure to do our due diligence. And with the last pick in the second round, we selected Sammy Perkins. He has a lot of intrigue, and Coach Boston has already said that he plans to use 3 different running backs this year. Sammy Perkins has shown off some top-end speed, but really he's a down-the-middle kind of back, 88 trucking, and is a hidden dev. Now, there is also plans to use Levi Brown, the 7th round from a couple drafts ago, receiver turned running back. If we do get him out on the field, it'll primarily be in a receiving back role. And with those two behind Travis Etienne, the hope is that that'll take some of the weight off his shoulders. The second position in question is receiver. With Gabe Davis departing, who's going to tag team with Jordan Addison and Brian Thomas Jr.? Well, we shopped around a little bit, even had Javon Baker on the trade block, but we have since taken him off. As we open up this season, expectations are on him to come through and be that number 3 guy. The ratings are in a good spot, has deep and medium route running with good release, has speed. All we need him to do is just come through. Adding to the group this offseason, we did sign Terrence Marshall, a solid receiver to just be pure depth. We did re-sign Kurt Colbert in open free agency, a promising underneath route runner. And then during the preseason, we found Will Green, a second-year receiver that is just pure speed downfield, 99 speed with 76 deep route running. And a former member of that receiver group was our Mr. Irrelevant in Marvin Culver. We did not talk about him at the end of that draft because he did not show up, but he's actually a hidden dev. But with the ratings we see here at receiver, I don't think he stays at receiver, especially with that 6'5", 223 build. We are moving him to tight end. We're also going to update his face as well, and he will come in at a 68 hidden dev tight end to add to our bunch. Now that does mean that we have one too many tight ends. So we are going to transition Brenton Strange in a trade. And in a player-for-player switch, Austin Booker will be headed here from Chicago, and he's going to add depth to not only the defensive line, but the outside linebacker group as well, similar to what we've done with Dayo Odeyingbo. Now jumping back over to tight ends, Maxwell Sexton, he was put on a bit of an off-season program this year that caused him to lose some weight, going from 260 to 245. With that, we're seeing him play a little bit faster, strength a little bit lower. Some of the run blocking ratings are down, but most importantly, that injury rating took a good jump forward, and hopefully year 3 is about to be his biggest. Another player that we're hoping to take a good step this year is now second-year offensive lineman Rashawn Hartwell. Hidden dev guard, and that will be where he stays at. Getting the start. He's not the perfect fit. He's finesse over power, but in the offseason, we worked on that a little bit more. That'll be his focus this year, and he will hopefully prove us right. We also have some on-roster competition at left tackle, drafting Quinton Starks, the hidden dev 73 overall left tackle that is pure pass blocking, but the penalty tendency is balanced. And if we see Anton Harrison continue to get flag after flag with his undisciplined tendency, we might be forced to make a trade and then start the rook. And another player that could be traded this year is Josh Hines Allen. He's a fantastic player, but he's set to make $31 to $32 million over the next 2 seasons individually. And at 30 years old, you start to wonder if it's time to find that replacement. On a roster, we do have Jonah Ellis, who we have seen have some playing time out there, and he is a promising guy. Could he be the future? The biggest question mark around him is the lack of run stopping. But someone who could help fill that in is Rakeem Griffey, a standout last year, and he has both the finesse and the run stopping ability. If we do trade Josh Hines Allen, he could play both down the middle and on the outside, and Ellis can rotate in with him. Adding to that bunch, we did make a trade right after the draft for Marquez Hughes. He's a very similar player to Griffey, I believe even from the same draft class. He has the finesse, he has the power, speed and strength, it's all there. He will be another interior mix guy for us. We also signed Philip Barnett, adding some depth to our outside rushers with the 85 finesse and some decent block shedding. A young player as well at 24. Adding a mentor to the bunch, though, we did sign Jadeveon Clowney on a pretty cheap deal. And the same can be said for Alex Anzalone, just adding that mentor to a now young middle linebacker group or off-ball group as we moved on from Foye Oluokun. Stepping into the start this year is Cole Hall, who's been on a roster the last couple of years, and he has seen some steady progress. Block shedding is in a good spot. Coverage isn't in too bad of a spot either. Hopefully we'll see him take a good step. And stepping in as a first-year starter, our number 1 rookie in Nathan Amerson, the hidden dev corner at 6'3", 188 from Alabama. He is a balanced player and will be starting in the slot this year. Now, we've talked about possible trades. Another player that we could trade this year is Tyrell Hobbs. We took a rookie quarterback in the draft because he was a first-round talent that had fallen to the mid-rounds, 4th or 5th round. We scooped him up. He's got a lot of promise. He's just not that fast, so he doesn't quite fit in with our scheme and could be someone we might look to move this season. And he put together a mixed preseason, throwing for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, only 45% complete. But Polk also didn't really have that tremendous of a preseason. No touchdowns, 1 interception, 65%. Who did have a good preseason? That was Sammy Perkins, the rookie running back, averaged 4 yards a carry, 112 yards. Levi Brown, though, he had 3 touchdowns rushing. He only had 2 grabs for 15 yards, so he didn't get mixed much in to the passing game. But Javon Baker did exactly what we wanted to see from him. 20.7 yards a catch, average 62 yards a game, obviously not playing the full games. But the biggest worry has been the lack of touchdowns. Colbert had 1 and Sammy Perkins did, so he even got involved in the receiving game. Jordan Addison, though, he was our hottest target. 11 grabs for him, 123. Terrence Marshall, he averaged over a first down a catch with 96 on 8. Sexton, he played clean, did not get injured in the preseason. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, that remains the case throughout. And for Quentin Starks, the rookie tackle, it was not a good start for him. And right now, Harrison is not under direct fire, but we are still going to keep an eye on those penalties. On the defensive side, Cole Hall did lead us in tackles with 22. Behind him, Devin Lloyd with 20. Walker led us in TFLs with 4. Junior Alford had 2. Ellis and Booker both record 1. For the sacks, that will be Walker. 2.5 for him. 2.5 for Junior Alford. If he stays healthy this year, he could have a really big year. Hall, Lloyd, Smith, and Odeyingbo also record a sack. And only 1 lone interception in the preseason. That goes to Devin Lloyd. After the preseason, we'd get the roster set. We would sign a practice squad quarterback, a rookie. One of our receivers that we drafted makes that list. In fact, you'll notice a couple of the players we drafted in this last draft do make it as a practice squad player, which also gets us out of some rough money. But as we step into the season, the biggest focus with now an inflection of youth is that our top tier guys stay healthy. So both Campbell and Brian Thomas Jr. will get that injury boost. When it comes to this team's weaknesses heading into this year, I think the biggest worry is going to be at corner with the changeup in the slot, plus a new linebacker stepping into the mix. We're going to rely a lot on Campbell. We need some turnovers. If Jerry and Jones can get in the mix, all the better. This defense's focus this year is going to be the same that saw us win the Super Bowl last year. Get turnovers, force sacks, cause some havoc. But with the roster set, we are now set to kick off our season Thursday night prime time action as the New Orleans Saints come to town, as we are set to debut several new players. A lot of hope is around this Jacksonville team. Can they go back-to-back Super Bowl champions? The talent is definitely there to do so, and as we get set to kick off this season, leave your Jaguars some love. We are underway. Colbert set back to return as he'll take it left-hand side, finds the hash, and gets taken down by the last two defenders. Jeff Polk, your Super Bowl MVP, heads on out with his new look offense. With a new OC behind, we'll see how much things get changed up. Well, Levi Brown, first off, he's out here to start the day at running back, taking the carry for 4 yards. Perhaps that's just a first play, try to catch the defense guessing, as we do gain 4 at the 45. Two spread either side for Polk with his first drop back of the season. He looks downfield, and it is dropped through the hands of Brian Thomas Jr. A pretty good throw, though, from Jeff Polk. Now, two new tight ends as the starting two here. They're going to be over on the right-hand side, 88 and 80. Two to keep an eye on. Though throwing underneath, that's going to be Baker, close and getting the first down, not by much. Now, the plan from what we've seen so far is that it will be Baker in the slot. On the outside will be Addison over on the left-hand side here, as Brian Thomas Jr. not on the field. Throwing a high pass intended for Sexton. That one will be well covered, but there wasn't much space to go scrambling, so the safe throw with a 2nd and 10 just by the midfield line. They go ETN, his first carry, not going to get completely to the outside. A gain of 2 as Gay brings them down. That has the Jaguars facing a 3rd and long here. They need 8. And it looks like Polk doesn't like the initial look here, so he's going to get a change. Hard count and some shifting around over on the left side of the line. Will be neutral zone, though. You get Isaiah Foskey jumping early. Now Perkins checks in here at running back. His first carry is a first down. So we've already seen all 3 running backs today. We're not even close to the end of this first drive, or at least you hope. 2 receivers spread to the left-hand side, Sexton to the right. Polk dropping back, letting this one develop until he will just check down, finding Thomas Jr. this time. That's his 2nd target of the game. First down for the Jags to the 22. And now both Brown and ETN check in here with a split back. Under pressure, and will be a sack. Brian Brissy fights through the double team down the middle. A loss of 5 for the Jaguars, pushing them back to the 27. They will keep with the same look, though. That split backfield. They go ETN with the screen left side. Close to the first down marker. Going to be about a yard short. And once again, we'll see Coach Boston check in the rookie in Perkins. It's a weak eye. Saints stacking that box. They will still run it. And Gay not able to get the tackle in time. First down Perkins. He nearly slipped through, though. The outside linebacker coming all the way across. To the 12, though, with a fresh set of downs as they go with a play-action roll. And finding Jordan Addison. He holds on through the tight coverage. The first touchdown of the season goes from Jeff Polk to Jordan Addison. And that concludes a smooth 11-play drive, taking up just about 6 minutes of playtime. But now over to the defense with a couple new starters and a few more that we will see rotate in. It's Candidate, the quarterback for the Saints, leading him out on the field. He won Rookie of the Year his rookie season. They hand it off and will be a gain of 5. And over the few seasons in this series, they have completely overhauled that running back room. Freddie Teague's their main man with not a whole lot else behind him as he motions all the way around. They look for him on the screen. He shakes one, spun down with maybe half a yard gained at best. Campbell comes in to get the tackle and will force a 3rd and 5. 2 spread to the left. They look to bring the blitz. Good pressure, but getting the pass out and finding the first down, finding a whole lot more than just the first down. McKenzie, gain of 22. And that's where you need both the good pressure as well as the good coverage. They forgot to keep an eye on the guy down underneath. That'll get him into plus side as Teague will motion slightly to the right-hand side. Start his route early, but opens up the play underneath as they find number 33, Prentice. Give it a little love to the fullback position there. He was out there spread wide. 1st and 10, they're inside the 30. Looking to go back to the passing game. It's a one-hand snag. Not able to speed away, though, goes Kitchens. The Saints, they are moving steady down the field. 1st and 10 of the 13 as we're inside 30 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Freddie Teague. He's trying to get outside. Taken down by Jerrion Jones at the 5. And that brings us to the end of the quarter. Jacksonville on top with a Jordan Addison touchdown, but on the doorstep now are the Saints trying to answer. It's been our defense with more of the questions out the gate here. Haven't seen much pressure. The coverage has not been tight. Candidate at the 5 starts the second quarter, throwing outside and tying this game up. Saints find Rashid Shaheed to level us up here on some Thursday night action. Overall, a little bit of a rough start for the defense, but that was expected. Offense, they'll take the field. It was a smooth drive last time. 1 catch ended it for Jordan Addison. We'll start this one at the 23 with a single back set. Etienne cuts left side and will squeeze out 2. So very much still keeping the running backs involved, but as we say that, we see the offense come out here without a single running back in the backfield. Etienne spread all the way outside. Short throw to Baker, close to another first down. Will be 3rd and inches. And this go around, expect Travis Etienne to get the ball as he stays out on that field. Going to be a stacked look to the left-hand side. Polk making a change out there. Etienne with a lot of congestion in front of him. He spins off, but that's going to cost him about 3 yards. Foskey credited with a TFL. Maybe he shouldn't have been. Apparently no credit then for the forward progress. Offense stays on the field, though they're backed up at the 31. Hard count, and they get Chase Young to jump, not Antone Harrison. A bit of a surprise. Smart move there from Coach Boston. They probably didn't even have a play call in mind, just hard count. Will get us the first down here at the 36. Back to the single back set. And looking to go downfield, Jordan Addison tipped away. McKinstry just able to get a hand on it. So 2nd and 10 then. 2 tight ends in right-hand side. They run weak side. Travis Etienne with a big gap, but a penalty is down. Now Harrison not called last time. He will, however, be called this time. So already 1 for him on the year. 2nd and 19. Levi Brown checks back in, and they go his way. Speed, though, will not find the edge. Good contain from the safety. My question is, how many Kitchens do the Saints have? The safety as well, the receiver. I feel like there was another one somewhere in there. But it's 3rd and 14. And the Saints, they are just about undisciplined as Antone Harrison. Brian Bresee now jumping off sides. That'll move us at least within 10 of the first down. 3rd and 9 at the 37. They go hard count again. This time everyone sits. Throwing left side. They get Sexton. He's got the first down, trying to navigate the blocking to the 42. And he definitely does look a little bit lighter out there. A lot of work done in the offseason to drop those 15 pounds. Gets us into plus side with 2 spread to the left-hand side. And throwing into a tight gap, it's Kitchens to break that one up. Interesting choice to try to throw it there. There were some options underneath. Perhaps he just got a little distracted, maybe threw it to the wrong guy. And at the 42, they try the hard count again. Saints look to bring the pressure and chalking that one up to the grass. It is Polk under pressure. Bercy called with the offsides or encroachment earlier that time. He's the one who blew that play up. 3rd and 10. Hard count again from Polk. He's really trying to get that. Squeezing that pass in, though, and nearly breaking away. Thomas gets his 2nd grab of the day. He was a bit injury-prone last year, a little bit of a diva for the squad, but hopes are that he's corrected some of his younger woes and is ready to get this team rocking and rolling as Polk just got lit up by Young as he tried to scramble to the outside. Will be a loss of 10. Those are the kind of hits you really don't want to be giving up. Luke Bacon will get the credit on giving that one up. 2nd and 20. They bring the blitz again. Baker with a step, but Polk threw that to where a whole other DB and receiver were. Perhaps you put a little juice on that throw and you find him on the run and you got something. Instead, 3rd and 20. It's been an interesting drive. Thomas in motion all the way across. They'll throw underneath, and getting the grab in a big hit is Baker, but it's only a gain of 5. After a long drive, they will still have to settle for a Cam Little field goal. And I don't know what just happened there. It didn't look like anyone slipped. Maybe Hobbs didn't quite get the laces out. That's a long drive that just gets blown up at the tail end. Saints take over at the 36. They look for the quick screen. Rashid not able to get away. Quick crash on it. Jerry and Jones. It's a loss of 2. And now 2 spread either side, including their fullback again. And a motion out, Freddie Teague with a slot wide open, and he just one hand plucks that out of the air. Saints take the lead. A 2-play drive, and Shaheed with 2 touchdown grabs from candidate to get their season underway. Well, that does leave our Jaguars with about 2 minutes to try to answer. Trailing now, starting at the 29. Split backfield, throwing across the middle, and it's Gay breaking that one up, intended for Addison. Seems like there are still some early hiccups here for the offense, just trying to work things out. 2 spread either side for Polk now. As he'll throw outside, he's got Etienne, who's gaining just 1. Simpson gets out there quickly. Seems like the Jaguars weren't quite ready for the heavy blitzing and the speed here of the New Orleans defense. They've got to pick up 9 here on 3rd down. They throw right side and all over it. Number 39, Jones. Saints force a quick punt. Candidate and the offense right back out there. It was a quick drive for them last time. They start with trips to the left-hand side, setting up the screen over to the right-hand side. Yancey had to fight through 3 different blockers. Will get involved in the stop, but close to midfield. Saints right now proving that they might have themselves a team this year. Bunch to the left-hand side. Shaheed and now Freddie Teague motion to the right. Will be an empty set. As they throw short, it's Teague. He breaks the first tackle attempt. Devin Lloyd gets him down. We're seeing a lot of quick hitters here for this Saints offense outside of the seam throw that opened up last time for the touchdown. Another empty set. 2nd and 5, and throwing underneath. It's to their tight end for the first down, Kitchens. Saints call their first timeout. They're leaving just over a minute to go here in the half. And getting some pressure, but picking it up well. And then Kitchens slips Cisco. It's going to be a 2-score lead here for New Orleans. It's been passing success through and through for the Saints. And you've got to wonder where the defensive juice is right now. Offense will have 55 seconds to try to get something done. Tight coverage, though, on the outside. Looks like Polk sees something he likes. 2 deep safeties. They're trying to work that one-on-one. They get Brian Thomas Jr. outside and dropping it in. to about midfield. They will go hurry up from there, though, keeping those timeouts in their back pocket. Safety walks down right-hand side. That's going to eat up a little bit more time here, especially as they don't actually bring him on the blitz. They find Baker across the middle. He's down to the 25, and a timeout comes in. Coach Boston. A great start so far this drive, but they need to finish in the end zone. 20 seconds left at the 25. Striking range. As they look back outside, it's Baker who couldn't squeeze it. Takes a shot from behind. Before a guy stepping into a new role, they've looked his way often here today. New running back checks in. It's Brown. They're going to get him out in space with some blockers inside. Spin move and touchdown. Levi Brown not only shows off that 99 speed, but puts two defenders on the spin cycle. Jaguars get one back here as they continue rotating that running back group. Well, that will take us to the break. Some work to do in the second half. Offense had a couple hiccups, but the defense has really been non-existent so far. We haven't seen much in terms of pressure. The coverage has not been tight, and we are opening up the season, so there is not much of an update we have here for you. Besides, this team's got to turn on some juice come the second half. Well, it makes it even more imperative as it is Saints ball to get the second half underway. They start back at the 28, a heavy passing team. They'll look to go right back to it. And Freddie Teague somehow gets away. You might wonder if there's a push off there because the defender on him just flew away as he went to catch that one. Believe that was Hall, the new starter here at linebacker, who very much missed that play. 1st and 10. Saints to the 46, continuing with a lot of just spread empty look. Check down here for Kitchens and ripped down by Hines Allen. And Walker is down on the field. Looks to be holding perhaps at a right forearm. He'll make his way to the tunnel. Definitely hate to see that early on. We'll see Ellis check in for him here as they're out in a base package. Fullback in a fullback spot as they try some power running. Breaking a tackle, Rakeem Griffey drags him down with 1 to go. He has been hard to bring down. And bringing everyone down here. Early movement. Is it on Griffey or Powers? They're going to get Griffey slightly ahead. A big blow there. He just made the play right before, but gives it up. 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to bring the blitz. Ellis with some quick pressure, but that ball is out immediately. Finding Kitchens, his 5th grab of the game. These are the kind of games that are very tough for defenses when that ball is coming out in mere milliseconds. 2nd and 3, dancing around and coming in to help try to get the stop was Hall. The ball just sails over him. A credit the pressure, Junior Alford, one of the big fellas up front. A 3rd and 3, which they look to go to the air. Alford again with help gets the pressure. And it looks like it'll be a field goal attempt this time for the Saints. Candidate not able to find a quick open target. So about a 51-yard field goal attempt here. Saints looking to go back up 2 scores, and they nail it. We'll get to see how the Jaguars look to respond offensively. Again, a lot more success on that side than their defense in that first half. 50% on the day so far is Brian Thomas Jr. as they look for him again here one-on-one, and it's tipped around before it finally will hit that turf. McKinstry with much tighter coverage this go-around. They found a similar play to that just before the break. Etienne with the carry, and no one gets to the second level. Gain of 3. Saints just doing a tremendous job of flying around in this one. A lot of speed with this group, with a good mix of power. And not good discipline, but they're not going to get called on it. And that one is nearly intercepted as Simpson makes another big play. And a 4th and 7 here for the Jaguars. Now, we did see Coach Boston do this in the first half. He keeps his offense on the field. 4th and 7 backed up. And this time they will get the free 5, still leaving them, though, with 2 to go. It's Isaiah Foskey's 2nd false start. But it does keep the offense out on the field here. And they've got Perkins, the running back. Hard count, and again, early movement. This time it's Chase Young, and it will be a first down for the Jaguars. Very rarely does the penalties seem to go in favor of the Jaguars, but that's exactly what is happening right now. As they stick with the same look, Perkins still the running back. They will look to go with a throw. Under pressure, that ball's out and too high. But we do have more yellow down on the field. This time it's holding. When Miners at center now called with it, so Antone Harrison safe for now, but it's 1st and 20. And they'll look to go back to Travis Etienne on a screen, get him outside, and he will pick up just about the 10 lost. But still behind the chains, it's 2nd and 11 at the 37. Two spread to left-hand side. Polk letting this one develop. He's got an open target outside. That's going to be Sexton, who will get about 6, leaving 5 more to go. And again, they do bring out Perkins. At the 42, two spread left-hand side. Hard count, no one jumps this time. Throwing quickly, and Addison's got the first down. Getting down before Sampson can light him up. Hurry up, though, for Jacksonville, trying to take advantage of that first down. And then looking downfield, Brian Thomas Jr. just overthrown. But honestly, a safe spot to put that away from McKinstry. At the 48, it's 2nd and 10. As they go to the running game here, everyone gets stuck in the blocking. First down for Etienne. And more hurry up. Trip stay left-hand side. Brian Thomas Jr. now over to the right. As it is play action. Under pressure, and will be a sack again. Brian Brissy. More yellow in the backfield is a holding call. And that's actually on Quinton Starks, who is over at right tackle, not Luke Bacon. I'm not sure what that's about. We might have to get a guy over on the sideline for an update on an injury, perhaps. But wide open is Baker, toe tapping down to the 15. What a showing for him, debuting as the new slot receiver for Jacksonville. This is exactly what they needed with Gabe Davis's departure. 1st and 10. And it's Etienne following his blocks and picking up 4. Only 6 rushes for him today, 20 yards. And we do have an update for you on Bacon. He did suffer an injury. We're hearing elbow injury. His return right now is questionable. Play action roll, though, and then checking to the tight end underneath, make that fullback in Madison Turner. Some style points as well on that throw as Polk spun before he released it. It's 3rd and 1. For number 31 checking into this game, Perkins follows those blocks, and we've got a first career touchdown. The 3rd round pick comes through for Jacksonville and once again draws this game closer. Sammy Perkins on the handoff. He follows the block of Madison Turner straight to the end zone. And that caps off the 13-play, 66-yard, 4+ minute drive. And while the fans here in Duval seem to be back into things, they got to cheer on their defense to get their first stop here. Starting at the 31, good field position for the Saints. They motion over their tight end, hand this one off Teague, who is stopped in the gap. Devin Lloyd. Hull comes in second. We haven't seen them hand the ball off too often. Normally Teague goes to the outside and plays a receiving role. 2nd and 9, going to be play action here. And trying to squeeze it in. It's broken up by Ellis. Still in with Walker out. And in the same step, he too is also questionable to return. 3rd and 9 at the 32. Freddie Teague is going to motion out. It's a complete pass rush set here for Jacksonville, but no one seems to get any rush, and Candidate will scramble sliding down at the 50. There were several different defenders who could have came down, but none of them did. And that's where the success of having that quick passing game really has been a problem for Jacksonville. It even takes away a run stop, and a great stop there. Junior Alford finally collects that sack. I don't know if that was meant to be a run play or not, but he blew it up. In fact, he got back there before they could even try to hand that ball off. Should be the final play here of the quarter, and Ellis comes in to help make the stop. 3rd and 12 will be where the 4th quarter begins in a tight game here in Duval. 24-21, the Saints currently on top. This is exactly what you want to have in a season opening game. A close battle with 8 minutes left. 3rd and 12. And candidate, he's going to look to scramble again, though, sliding down before Hall could come in with the clothesline. At the 46, that should be outside of field goal range. Defense picks up what I believe is their first stop of this game. With 7:24 remaining, still plenty of time. Jacksonville at the 20. And motioning over, that's going to be Madison Turner to the left-hand side. Travis Etienne follows behind yet again and picks up 8. If last year is any indication of how this offense is going to run, 4th quarter, that really belonged to Travis Etienne. Even in close games, they go back his way, and he will pick up the first down. And for the Saints, that one was pretty close to a big gain given up. Instead, just the first down to the 31. Play action here, and under pressure, throwing that one away. No one in the area, but I don't see a flag down on the field. Jeff Polk will get away with that one. Perhaps they're saying the hit maybe had an effect on it. I don't know, but it's 2nd and 10. As they go back to the passing game here, they find Sexton turning up for the first down. 250 yards passing for Polk today, 2 touchdowns. And the I form with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Following behind those blocks, ETN with another first down gain. They're in plus side. Offense definitely feeling it right now here behind the crowd in Duval. Going back to ETN, but a great stop made by Gay. Just a gain of 1. ETN, though, averaging about 4 yards, about 4.5 yards per rush. A tight group here as they throw short. Finding Brian Thomas Jr. will be a pretty short gain on a pass, just 2 yards. On 3rd and 7, expect another pass here from Polk. At the 43, going to be Jordan Addison in motion. Safeties switch over. They throw left-hand side, and they've got Baker with space. It's a nice juke, and will get out of bounds here at the 29 with a fresh set for Jacksonville. If there really was any question around him being this team's number 3 receiver, I feel like he has answered it today. Play clock down inside 5. They do finally snap that ball. And nowhere to go. Young will collect his 2nd sack of the day. 2nd and 18 as we tick inside 3 minutes. Jacksonville, though, they seem pretty content in taking their time here. Play clock again inside 5 before they do finally snap that ball. Throwing outside and broken up for ETN. It's 3rd and 18. You're looking for your money play here at the 37. You need to find about the 19-yard line. 2 and tight to the left-hand side. Polk will get them a little bit closer with yet another hard count. That's just on fire today. In all honesty, it could be the MVP of this game. Just the hard count. At the 32 now, it's 3rd and 13. Polk, he's got to find somewhere to go. Dancing around. Throws it out to Levi Brown, but he's not going to escape the tackle. They'll let this clock run down to the 2-minute warning and look to tie things up with limited time to go. Well, this game may very well come down to what the defense can get done. But for now, Little out here to try to tie the game. He sends it through. And the defense will have to make sure they don't give up 73 yards. Candidate and the offense, they've had a lot of success today. And a timeout comes in here from Coach Boston. Very early on to call that, but it looked like Teague was motioning out and no one went with him. Looked like there might have been a blown coverage in the making. As they go to Teague here, it's a halfback screen. Will go for a gain of 5. Do they get him out of bounds, though? With that clock stopped, seems like they do. 2nd and 5, potentially making up then for that turnover they had to use. Good blocking up front. And first down for the Saints. They're going to go quickly here. Now with the pressure, and getting the big breakup is Campbell. He had his head around a little bit earlier. That might have been a huge interception. Instead, it's 2nd and 10 going downfield. And Jerry Jones breaks it up at the end. Yes, that is Olave, who's been a non-factor today. That's how good the coverage has been. More so on him. 3rd and 10. Pressure arrives and airmailing again for Olave. Defense stands with about a minute and some change to go. With some speed on the return, it sets us up at the 39 to start off our drive, and they are protecting the outside here. So Polk, he's looking to change things up. Play clock inside 10. And now looking downfield, tipped up and not able to get over to it was Baker or the safety. We need the 40. Both sides, though, nearly coming away with the play they need. 1 minute to go at the 39. And once again, they look to get Levi Brown out in space. A flag comes down as he picks up about 8 or 9. This one, though, will be coming back. Another holding call. That's the second on the day for Quinn Miners. Normally, it's not a problem for him, but today it seems to be. Polk making a change back there. Might be trying to have some extra protection as he rolls out to the right-hand side here. He's got his receiver, but I think he threw that with about a foot just in front of the line of scrimmage. So that will negate the down and the yardage. So how about 3rd and 25 then? The Jaguars have done nothing but go backwards since being put in a really good spot. 3 options to the right, and we'll take 5 yards closer. Neither one of these teams today doing all too well when it comes to penalties. Empty set now for Polk. It's still 3rd and long. As that pressure looks to arrive, it's thrown downfield and broken up. It will be Saints ball with about 35 seconds to go. And they are 74 yards away. 36 seconds will be the exact amount of time left in regulation as they hand this one off to Teague, perhaps trying to catch the defense guessing here. Or actually, perhaps not. They let that clock roll all the way down. They might look for a Hail Mary attempt here, not trusting their kicker. This will be it, and Yancey couldn't get over there to try to get a pick. We've got overtime here at the beginning of the season. 24-24, neither team could finish this thing late in the 4th quarter. And winning the coin flip are the New Orleans Saints. They will get ball first, starting at the 30. This is where we need our defense to come through, play big game ball. A turnover would be fantastic. As they look to go to the air, Freddie Teague, close to that first down marker, a little bit short. Again, not really using him that much today as a true running back, though is the single back here. As they do go his way, the counter does open things up with the blitz. They get a first down, a little bit extra. Both sides waiting for someone to make the big play for them. It's 1st and 10 of the 43. Motion goes all the way across. And swinging this one once again to Teague. Hall flies over. He's got some speed. Loss of 3. Stack a few more of those together, and we've got a good stand here defensively. Fullback checks in for the Saints. Goes out on a route as there is a lot of congestion across the middle. Looked like they were trying to find Shaheed. He started this game on fire. Have not seen much of him since about maybe mid-second quarter. Offense shaking things up here. Bunch goes to the left-hand side. One goes to the right. Everyone exits the backfield as they check it down. Teague, he breaks one, but there to bring him down, I believe, was Jerry Jones. Defense gets the stop. And to walk this game off, we just need some points. At the 15, though, we are pretty far from it. And it's going to start with some play action. Trying to roll outside, but there is already a penalty down. Polk will scramble, picking up the first down. But this one should be coming back in half the distance. This time the refs do get Antone Harrison. 2 holding calls for him, 2 on Quinn Miners. Just some sloppy play out there today. Throwing outside and just getting that one in front of the incoming defender, but not holding on. Jordan Addison He too started this game off very well, but receivers have kind of cooled down here of late. 2nd and 18. No one quite jumps off sides. They bring the extra man and break up the pass intended for Javon Baker. Too many times today, the Jaguars have had to deal with a 3rd and 10 plus. 18 needed here. They're at their own 8. Hard count doesn't work that time. Throwing to the outside. It's lofted for Sexton, who gets the grab, but is short, well short of the first down marker. We've seen over and over again today, offense stays out here, trying to get the defense to jump. The defense knows that's what they're trying to do, but they just keep jumping. Now it's 4th and 2, and you really do have to consider now trying to go for it and avoid the tie. You have a long season ahead of you. You might be able to make up for a loss, but a tie, that just throws way too many kinks into the plan. So getting his offense set up and jumping off. This will be a free play, but getting the first down. Sammy Perkins breaks it outside. Lattimore in hot pursuit at the 20. He breaks the tackle. 5 and flips in. Walk-off touchdown. You can decline the penalty. Rookie Sammy Perkins just took it the distance to win the game. What a finish here in Duval. 30-24. And it's one of the new additions making the biggest play of the game at the most unlikely point of the game. We take down the Saints here in overtime, giving you a little bit of some extra ball to kickstart the season. Offense, I'm not too worried about. A lot of good play out there. Offensive line, please stop with the penalties, but defense, we've got some work to do out there. The passing game, very inconsistent, and a massive lack of a pass rush here today. That's supposed to be our strength, defense and wrecking havoc. And if a game like this doesn't get a lot of thumbs up, I don't know how else you kickstart a season besides just absolutely decimating a team. That was a great game. I enjoyed playing it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Well, let's talk about the debut here of some of our players. Sammy Perkins, he only had 4 carries today, but those 4 carries were all massive plays. 2 of them were first downs, and I believe 1, if not 2 of them, were 4th down attempts. On top of that, he had a rushing touchdown in the 3rd quarter. That was a big one. And then, of course, you can't forget capping off the game with a massive touchdown run. 2 for him on the day. You also had Levi Brown getting mixed into the receiving game today. He had 3 for 35, a first down on average there per catch. One of which, though, was a touchdown. So these running backs, they all got well involved. And of course, Travis Etienne, he still averaged 4.4. And with those older legs at 28 here, Madden just doesn't seem to like running backs. That should hopefully keep him pretty fresh. On the receiving front, I'm going to count Javon Baker as making his debut because really he did in his new position. 6 grabs, 83 yards. He led the day for both teams. No touchdowns though, but some clutch grabs. And we did see Quentin Starks see some playing time today with injuries up front, which we will talk about injuries shortly, but he did not give up a sack, so good start. Defensively, Cole Hall, again, new starter for us, so counting that as the debut, 6 tackles. He was 2nd for us. And then at the slot corner spot, Nathan Amerson, he had 2 tackles today, and I don't believe much of the open targets was really on him. I feel like that was on some other guys, so really, we did a pretty good job today with those who debuted. Make sure you stick around to see us as we head into week 2 and week 3 next time against the Titans and the Miami Dolphins. If this game was any indication, we're about to have some really fun games coming up. We had a lot happen in this episode, a little bit of the game action later, recapped the draft portion as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a great way to kickstart the season, and hopefully we're about to see a whole lot more as we're on our quest to hopefully bring another one back for Duval.